Hey everyone, so this is my first attempt at Metahuman with GES and wind speed. So we can see that the hair is working normally on a Metahuman. Let's zoom in a little bit. Ooh, okay, all right. So we're going to increase our wind speed. You can see the hair's going. It's not bad. I mean, it's a little stiff looking, but not bad. Maybe that's something somebody I want to zip this up and maybe somebody else can kind of figure out some of it, you know. And slow down the wind speed, and you see it drop. Speed it up. So not bad. Let me just kind of show you quickly what I did. And was a cool video on easily retargeting MetaHuman. It used to be kind of difficult. Now it's really easy, and I'll post that video on the retargeting MetaHuman. I'm going to zip this up too, so somebody can play around with it. The MetaHuman's already set up, and then um, it's separate. I'll take out ultradynamic weather and sky, and so so let me just show you what I got. So this is Danielle, and then it's the hair. So if you can grab the hair, you can see your settings here, and what we're looking at is the uh, simulation here, and I think it's a simulation. Well, those are some of the material constraints. Maybe it wasn't in there. Maybe, oh, it might have been in the groom. Oh, I think it was in the actual groom component. Let's take a look at that. Maybe that's where it was at. Uh, yeah, oops. So, it was in the physics. Here, so here's some external forces. That's what this is where it at. So that you've got gravity vector, air drag, and air velocity. And there's other settings maybe we can play around with. I don't know. But right now, all I'm doing is changing the air velocity to get the effect. So if you look in GES, there's this new uh, uh, function called set groom, and we're using that wind force velocity. So I'm just taking the local wind speed. I'm slowing it down a little bit because the default wind speed going in there is too high, so just divide it by 2, do a little subtraction here just to slow it down a little bit so it looks a little better. And then so I'm passing it to that wind force function, getting my wind force out of it. Wind force function basically just takes the speed and direction and creates a vector off of it. Then I'm getting all my third person characters, um, getting the groom component, and then off the groom component, here's the various settings you can do. So you've got, these are the overrides, or excuse me, the overrides. You can split these each pin struct to set these individually. And all I'm doing is I split the, what is it? It's the, let's combine it. I split the, so I split the simulation settings, external forces like I showed you just a minute ago. And I'm leaving that vector in there and the air drag in there. I think, yep, air drag in there. And then I'm setting the air velocity using that wind force. So, you can play around with it and see what you can do, and maybe play around with other settings on the hair itself. If anybody is an expert on hair, maybe we can figure out it to get it to look a little more realistic. Maybe some, when the wind's blowing, maybe a little bit more of the individual strands, because right now it just kind of does the whole thing, but maybe we can get a little bit of variety on the strands. Well, it kind of does a little bit, and when you move around, it still jiggles. Um, you know, so if I'm facing this way, I'm getting blowing on the side. If I turn this way, I'm going with the direction of the wind. Of course, you can change it. So it's pretty interesting, pretty cool. All right, thanks.